The day Amaka poured dirty water on her mother-in-law's head was the day the whole village of Umueze stopped to watch. Women dropped their brooms. Children stopped playing. Even the chickens seemed to freeze. Because in Nigeria, nobody, absolutely nobody, ever dares to touch their mother-in-law. But Amaka did. And this is her story. Amaka was 23 years old when she married Chidi. On her wedding day, she wore a beautiful red and gold dress. Her smile was so bright it could light up the whole village. She was so happy because Chidi loved her very much, and she loved him too. I will be the best wife ever, Amaka promised herself as she entered her new home. But there was one problem. A very big problem. Her name was Mama Chidi. Mama Chidi was Chidi's mother. She was a short, fat woman with a loud voice that could wake up the dead. Her face always looked angry, like someone who sucked on sour lemons every morning. And her mouth never stopped moving. Talk, talk, talk. Complain, complain, complain. On Amaka's first day as a wife, Mama Chidi came to visit at 6 o'clock in the morning. Wake up, you lazy girl, she shouted, banging on the door. Do you think marriage is a holiday? Get up and cook for my son. Amaka jumped out of bed, her heart beating fast. She quickly tied her wrapper and ran to open the door. Good morning, Mama, Amaka greeted her, kneeling down to show respect like a good Nigerian daughter-in-law should. But Mama Chidi didn't answer good morning back. Instead, she pushed past Amaka and marched into the kitchen. What kind of kitchen is this? Mama Chidi shouted. So dirty. So disorganized. Chidi, my son, what kind of wife did you bring to this house? Amaka looked at the kitchen. She had cleaned it the night before. Everything was shining. There was not even one speck of dust. But she didn't argue. Her own mother had taught her, always respect your husband's mother, no matter what. I'm sorry, Mama, Amaka said quietly. I will clean it again. Mama Chidi's voice grew louder. Sorry doesn't cook food. Sorry doesn't clean house. Now go and make breakfast before my son dies of hunger. Amaka quickly started cooking. She made yam and egg sauce, Chidi's favorite breakfast. The food smelled delicious. Even Mama Chidi's nose twitched when she smelled it. But when Amaka served the food, Mama Chidi tasted one spoon and spat it out. Tue. This egg is too salty. Are you trying to kill my son with high blood pressure? You don't know how to cook. Amaka felt tears coming to her eyes, but she blinked them away. I will make it again, Mama. Yes, you better make it again. Useless girl. Chidi came out of the bedroom, rubbing his eyes. Mama, good morning. Why are you shouting so early? My son. Mama Chidi rushed to hug him. I came to check on you because I know this wife of yours cannot take care of you properly. Chidi tasted the egg sauce. But Mama, this food is delicious. It's not too salty at all. Mama Chidi's face twisted with anger. You see, this girl has bewitched you. She has put juju in your eyes so you cannot see her wickedness. Chidi sighed. Mama, please. Amaka is a good wife. There is no juju. But Mama Chidi wasn't listening. She continued complaining until Chidi had to take her home. When he came back, he found Amaka crying in the kitchen. I'm sorry about my mother, Chidi said, hugging his wife. She will get better. Just give her time. Amaka nodded and wiped her tears. She believed him. She had hope. But Mama Chidi did not get better. In fact, she got worse. Much, much worse. Every single day, Mama Chidi came to their house. Rain or shine, morning or evening, she was always there. And every single day, she found something to complain about. If Amaka swept the compound, Mama Chidi said she missed the corners. If Amaka cooked soup, it was either too thick or too watery. If Amaka wore a nice dress, Mama Chidi said she was wasting Chidi's money. If Amaka wore old clothes, Mama Chidi said she was embarrassing the family. Nothing Amaka did was ever right. One day, Amaka spent all morning cooking a big pot of ofe nsala white soup with fish and chicken. It was Mama Chidi's favorite soup. Amaka used the best ingredients. She cooked it with love, hoping that finally, just this once, Mama Chidi would be happy. When Mama Chidi came and tasted the soup, Amaka held her breath, waiting. Mama Chidi chewed slowly. She swallowed. Then she looked at Amaka with cold eyes. "This soup is rubbish," she said. "It tastes like water. Did you even put seasoning? Or are you trying to save money by cooking nonsense?" Amaka's heart broke into tiny pieces. She had used 3 seasoning cubes. The soup was perfect. But she said nothing. Mama Chidi poured the whole pot of soup on the ground. All of Amaka's hard work, wasted. "Cook it again," Mama Chidi ordered. "And this time, do it properly." Amaka cooked the soup again. This time, Mama Chidi said it was too salty. She poured it out again. Amaka cooked it a 3rd time. Her hands were shaking. Her eyes were red from crying and smoke. When she finished, Mama Chidi didn't even taste it. "I'm not hungry anymore," she said. "Your slow cooking has made me lose my appetite." Then she left. Amaka sat on the kitchen floor and cried and cried. But the wickedness didn't stop there. Mama Chidi started telling lies about Amaka to everyone in the village. "My son's wife is so lazy," she told the women at the market. "She sleeps until noon and doesn't cook for him." This was a lie. Amaka woke up at 5 a.m. every day. She wastes all his money on makeup and clothes. Mama Chidi told the neighbors. This was also a lie. Amaka barely bought anything for herself. "She is rude and disrespectful to me," Mama Chidi told the church members. This was the biggest lie of all. Amaka had never said one disrespectful word to Mama Chidi. Soon, people in the village started looking at Amaka with suspicious eyes. Some women stopped greeting her. They whispered when she passed by. Amaka felt so alone, so sad, so tired. Her only friend was Chioma, her neighbor. Chioma was a strong woman who didn't fear anybody. "Amaka, you must stand up to that wicked woman," Chioma told her. "She is treating you like a slave." "But she is my mother-in-law," Amaka said, wiping her tears. "I must respect her." "Respect?" Chioma's eyes grew wide. "There is a difference between respect and foolishness. This woman is destroying your life." "What can I do?" Amaka asked. "If I fight back, people will say I'm a bad wife. They will say I don't respect elders. And if you don't fight back, you will die from sadness," Chioma said, holding Amaka's hands. "My sister, there is a time for patience and a time for action. You must choose which time this is." Amaka went home thinking about Chioma's words. But she was too afraid to do anything. 2 years passed. 2 long, painful years. Amaka became thin from stress. Her bright smile disappeared. She looked like a sad ghost of the happy girl who got married. Chidi saw his wife suffering, but what could he do? In Nigerian culture, a man cannot send his mother away. He tried talking to Mama Chidi many times, but she always cried and said, "You want to choose your wife over your mother? The woman who carried you for 9 months." So the suffering continued. Then came the day that changed everything. It was Amaka's birthday. She turned 25 years old. Chidi bought her a beautiful blue dress, with gold flowers on it. It was the most beautiful dress Amaka had ever owned. "Happy birthday, my love," Chidi said, presenting the dress to her. "You deserve something nice. You've been so patient and strong." Amaka hugged the dress to her chest, tears of joy running down her face. Finally, something good. She hung the dress carefully in the wardrobe. She would wear it to church on Sunday. But the next day, when Amaka opened the wardrobe, she screamed. The dress was torn into pieces, ripped apart like someone had attacked it with a knife. The beautiful blue fabric was destroyed. The gold flowers were scattered everywhere. "No, no, no!" Amaka fell to her knees, holding the torn pieces. She knew immediately who did it. Only one person could be so wicked. Chidi came running. When he saw the dress, his face became red with anger. "My mother," he said quietly. "It was my mother." They went to Mama Chidi's house. She was sitting outside, eating roasted corn like nothing had happened. Mama, did you tear Amaka's dress? Chidi asked. Mama Chidi smiled a wicked smile. Dress? What dress? I don't know what you're talking about. Mama, please. I bought that dress for my wife's birthday. Why would you destroy it? Maybe she tore it herself, Mama Chidi said, laughing. Maybe she wants to make me look bad. That girl is very clever. You know. How can you say that? Amaka finally spoke, her voice shaking. I have never done anything bad to you. Never. For 2 years, I have cooked for you, cleaned for you, respected you. And this is how you repay me. Mama Chidi stood up, her face twisted with anger. You? How dare you raise your voice at me? You useless, good-for-nothing wife. You trapped my son with your pretty face, but I see through you. You are evil. I am evil? Amaka's voice grew louder. Something inside her was breaking. I am evil? I wake up at 5 a.m. to cook. I clean until my hands are rough. I cry myself to sleep every night because of your wickedness. And I am the evil one? Yes. You are evil. You have taken my son away from me. I haven't taken anyone. You are pushing him away with your wickedness. Mama Chidi rushed forward and slapped Amaka across the face. The sound echoed in the compound. Amaka's cheek burned red. Chidi grabbed his mother's hand. Mama. That's enough. But Mama Chidi pulled away. You will see. This marriage will not last. I will make sure of it. Then she went inside her house and locked the door. Amaka walked home slowly, holding her burning cheek. Chidi walked beside her, saying sorry over and over. But Amaka wasn't listening. Something had changed inside her. The fear was gone. Now there was only anger. Hot, burning anger. That night, Amaka couldn't sleep. She thought about all the insults, all the destroyed food, all the lies, and now the torn dress. She thought about how Mama Chidi had slapped her. Chioma's words came back to her. There is a time for patience and a time for action. Amaka got out of bed. She knew what she had to do. The next morning, Amaka woke up with a plan. A crazy plan. A dangerous plan. But she didn't care anymore. She filled a big bucket with the water she had used to wash dirty clothes the day before. The water was brown and smelled bad. She also added some water from washing fish. It smelled even worse. Then she placed the bucket near the front door, hidden behind a curtain. She knew Mama Chidi would come. Mama Chidi always came. At exactly 7 a.m., like clockwork, Mama Chidi arrived. She pushed the door open without knocking, as usual. Amaka, where are you? You lazy girl. Mama Chidi shouted. Amaka came out of the kitchen, wearing her old, torn clothes. Her eyes were red, but not from crying. From determination. Good morning, Mama, Amaka said quietly. Good morning. Mama Chidi laughed wickedly. What is good about it? I heard you were crying yesterday because of your stupid dress. Cry more. Maybe your tears will sew it back together. She laughed and laughed at her own cruel joke. You think you can just marry my son and take him from me? You think you're smart? I will destroy you. I will make your life so miserable that you will run back to your father's house. Mama Chidi moved closer, her finger pointing at Amaka's face. You are nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Just a useless girl who... Amaka lifted the bucket and poured all the dirty, smelly water on Mama Chidi's head. The water covered Mama Chidi from head to toe. It soaked her clothes. It dripped from her hair. The smell was terrible. Mama Chidi stood frozen, her mouth open in shock. For the first time in 2 years, she was completely silent. You! She finally screamed. You poured dirty water on me. Yes, I did. Amaka said, her voice strong and clear. For 2 years, you have poured your wickedness on me. Today, I pour it back. Mama Chidi tried to rush at Amaka, but she slipped on the wet floor. Her legs went up in the air, and she fell down hard. Her wrapper came loose and started falling off. Mama Chidi screamed, trying to hold her wrapper. By now, All the neighbors had heard the noise. They came running. Chioma came. The other women came. Even the men came. Everyone gathered to see what was happening. There was Mama Chidi, sitting on the wet floor, soaking wet, smelling terrible, trying to hold up her wrapper. And there was Amaka, standing over her, holding the empty bucket. Listen, everybody, Amaka's voice rang out loud and clear. For 2 years, this woman has tortured me. She has insulted me, destroyed my things, told lies about me, and yesterday, she tore my birthday dress and slapped me. I have been patient. I have been respectful. But today, enough is enough. Express and one's event is complete. It's true. Chioma shouted. We have all seen how she treats this poor girl. Yes. Another neighbor said. Every day, we hear her shouting and insulting Amaka. She told lies about Amaka in the market. Another woman added. We all heard her. Mama Chidi looked around at all the faces. Everyone was against her. Her reputation, which she loved so much, was destroyed. Just then, Chidi came running. He had heard the noise from down the road. When he saw his mother sitting on the floor, wet and smelly, he didn't know whether to laugh or cry. What happened here? He asked. All the neighbors started talking at once, telling him everything. Is this true, Mama? Mama Chidi couldn't speak. She just sat there, defeated. Mama, you must apologize to my wife. Right now. In front of everyone. What? Mama Chidi couldn't believe her ears. You want me to apologize to her? Yes, Chidi said firmly. If you don't, you can never come to my house again. And I mean it. Mama Chidi looked at all the faces staring at her. She looked at Amaka, standing tall and strong. She realized she had lost. I'm sorry. Mama Chidi said louder. I'm sorry for everything I did to you, Amaka. The neighbors clapped. Some of them cheered. Mama Chidi stood up, still dripping wet, and walked away with her head down. She had never been so embarrassed in her entire life. After that day, everything changed. Mama Chidi stopped coming to their house every day. When she did visit, she was quiet. Very quiet. She was afraid of Amaka now. Every time she thought about saying something mean, she remembered the dirty water and the embarrassment. Amaka's reputation in the village became very good. The women respected her. That girl is strong, they said. She endured for 2 years, but when it was too much, she stood up for herself. Not every woman can face her mother-in-law like that. Others agreed. Chioma was so proud. I told you. I told you to stand up for yourself. Amaka laughed a real, happy laugh. It was the first time she had laughed in 2 years. Chidi bought her 3 new dresses to replace the torn one. But more importantly, he made sure his mother never troubled his wife again. Slowly, Amaka's smile came back. Her eyes became bright again. She gained back the weight she had lost. The sad ghost became a happy woman again. 1 year later, Amaka and Chidi had a baby boy. When Mama Chidi came to see her grandson, she was polite and respectful. Thank you for taking care of my son, she said to Amaka quietly. Amaka nodded. She had forgiven Mama Chidi, but she would never forget. And Mama Chidi would never forget the day she learned that even the most patient person has a breaking point. The village of Umweze never forgot either. For many years, when mothers-in-law became too troublesome, people would say, be careful, or you will get the Amaka treatment. And the troublesome mothers-in-law would remember the story and behave themselves. Just because someone is older doesn't mean they can be wicked. Elders must also respect younger people. Being patient is good, but allowing people to abuse you is not good. There is a time when you must stand up for yourself. Mama Chidi's wickedness made her lose her reputation and her son's respect. Chidi supported Amaka even when it meant standing up to his own mother. If Amaka had spoken up earlier, maybe things wouldn't have gotten so bad. Remember, children, always be respectful, but also know your worth. Don't let anyone, not even family, treat you badly. And if you see someone being treated badly, Speak up for them, just like the neighbors finally spoke up for Amaka.